Born into a millionaire family, Rupert felt anything but fortunate. His father, Maxwell, had been unreasonably strict since childhood, controlling every aspect of his life, including spending and mischief. Even innocent pranks were met with swift punishment. Maxwell kept a watchful eye on Elena, Rupert's mother, ensuring she did not spoil their son despite their wealth. Rupert attended a regular school, blending seamlessly with peers from ordinary backgrounds. Rupert yearned for his father's approval and love, but all he received was criticism. Eleanor silently watched her son's futile efforts, accepting her husband's unyielding nature. Rupert, unaware of his true parentage, clung to hope of one day earning his father's respect. The endless reproaches from childhood remained a heavy burden. Maxwell experienced constant pain that overshadowed even his mother's unwavering love. He was 25 years old and had graduated from a prestigious higher school of economics. Maxwell doubted his son's abilities. After long persuasion, he finally offered Rupert a chance to manage one of their unprofitable branches for 3 months. Inspired by the opportunity to prove himself, Rupert eagerly accepted the offer, unaware of the difficult situation he was entering. The branch was plagued with losses, high staff turnover, an overburdened HR department, and increasing workload on the remaining employees. Despite the difficulties, Rupert came to the office with a bright smile, dressed neatly in a suit and carrying a pile of folders. Anxiety gave way to a desire to prove himself. He started by communicating with the staff and analyzing individual performance. Rupert motivated some, demanded full commitment from others, and treated a third group with empathy and kindness. His sincere efforts gradually paid off, earning the trust of employees, including the skeptically minded veterans. The veterans, who initially doubted the young man's abilities, gradually fell silent. Rupert's plans to revive the company began to bear fruit. At that time, Rupert found comfort in the company of Grace, a friendly colleague who supported him during difficult moments. The cleaner was well known by everyone at the office because of her friendly and warm personality. Rupert was no exception. He felt comforted by her presence and trust. She became Rupert's confidant. He only knew that she had studied economics for 3 years before taking an academic leave of absence. Their connection grew quietly over time. One evening, as the office emptied, Rupert expressed his gratitude for her support and offered to help her in return. His voice was soft and sincere. "You always listen to me," Rupert said softly. "I don't know much about you. If you ever need help, just tell me. I will try in any way I can." Grace sighed sadly and explained her situation. "My mother is sick at home and needs surgery. I had to go to work here because the salary is much higher. The schedule here is also more convenient than my previous job. My father died a few years ago, and then our problems began." She added quietly, "My mother became ill, and I left my education to take care of her. That's the story," Grace said softly, her eyes full of quiet strength. Rupert felt confused and saddened. He had no idea Grace had to manage so many hardships alone. "I'm sorry you are coping all by yourself. You are very strong," he said. She felt sad because she was young and fragile. "I do not retract my words and am ready to help, just as you help me. That's what I liked about you. You are not arrogant, unlike what everyone expected about the boss's son heading the branch. After frank conversations lasting hours at the end of the workday, the couple felt a certain connection growing between them. They didn't become close friends overnight, but every morning entering the building, he felt inexplicable joy seeing her smiling face. Despite lacking a degree, she was well versed in economics and gave sensible advice to him and others. Seeing her fatigue, he tried to relieve her of some obligations, but she refused categorically, not wanting to take advantage. She was burdened by her own troubles, caring for her sick mother after her father's passing, struggling financially. She explained why she had taken a cleaning job, revealing her difficult financial situation and tough life circumstances. Moved by her strength and resilience, he reiterated his offer to help, showing genuine care and support. Their shared vulnerability created a deeper connection. Though their relationship progressed slowly, with every morning bringing new feelings. Drawn to her kind smile despite lacking formal education, Grace had a deep understanding of economics and gave insightful advice. Her valuable contributions were recognized by everyone around her. Rupert tried to lighten Grace's workload, but she refused, unwilling to exploit their dynamic. Meanwhile, the subsidiaries' fortunes were steadily improving under careful management. Maxwell, observing his son's success, began to acknowledge his capabilities. However, his ingrained skepticism remained strong despite Rupert's long hours and dedication. Maxwell continued to challenge Rupert. One day, he informed him via video call about a potential high-profit partnership. Delivering the news with his usual cynicism, Maxwell relished Rupert's surprised expression. The potential partner, Mr. Johnson, was known for his short temper and meticulousness, respected only by the most seasoned businessmen. Unfazed by his father's attempt to belittle him, Rupert stayed focused. He was no longer driven by the need for approval, but by the company's success. Mr. Johnson, a highly respected family man, preferred doing business with married partners, believing it showed commitment and character. This presented a challenge for Rupert. Rupert realized that finding a suitable wife for the meeting was crucial. Yet, his thoughts constantly returned to Grace, whose qualities impressed him deeply. Warmth, intelligence, and a supportive nature made her the perfect candidate. Hesitantly, he approached her with this unusual proposition, unsure how she would react to the idea. Initially baffled, she eventually agreed, recognizing the importance of the opportunity for Rupert. Her decision was thoughtful, understanding the potential it held for his future. After everyone had left, Rupert sat Grace down and hesitantly explained the upcoming meeting with Mr. Johnson. He stressed the crucial role a wife would need to play. Grace, initially surprised, listened intently as Rupert confided his anxieties about Maxwell's potential reaction. She understood the complexities of the situation deeply. Her own past hardships fostered a deep empathy for Rupert's struggles. She was ready to support him, despite the difficulties that lay ahead. "I wouldn't want to put you in an uncomfortable position," Rupert concluded, his voice laced with concern. "Perhaps it's best to find someone else," he added. Grace, however, shook her head, with a determined glint in her eyes. "This opportunity could be a turning point for you, Rupert," she said firmly. "Frankly, I'm tired of being underestimated. Let's show them what we're both capable of," she declared, ready to face the challenge together. They spent the following days practicing and strategizing to navigate the business dinner effectively. Every detail was carefully prepared between them. They even role-played the dinner conversation. Grace gracefully navigated social etiquette while subtly highlighting Rupert's strengths and qualities. On the day of the meeting, Grace dressed in a stunning white pantsuit, turning heads as they entered the elegant restaurant together. Rupert, standing proud beside her, felt a surge of confidence. Together, they were ready to face whatever the evening would bring. Initially nervous, Grace found her composure as she skillfully engaged in conversation with Mr. Johnson's wife. Grace, ever the diplomat, steered the talk away from business. They first discussed local news, subtly shifting the spotlight onto Rupert. Mr. Johnson, initially skeptical, warmed up to Grace's genuine charm and intelligent insights. Grace subtly highlighted Rupert's leadership qualities while downplaying her own role as a reliable assistant, a description that earned a playful, loving nudge from Rupert. As the dinner progressed, Grace expertly navigated sensitive topics, deflecting awkwardness and keeping the conversation flowing smoothly with quick wit and insightful comments. Her remarks even earned a compliment from Mr. Johnson, who praised the charming wife of his potential partner, showing his growing approval and respect. After the main course, the business discussion began. Grace, with her understanding of economics from university, actively participated, offering insightful suggestions. She subtly prompted Rupert to elaborate on his ideas, encouraging deeper conversation and demonstrating their effective partnership. Mr. Johnson, impressed by their genuine partnership and clear communication, warmed up to the proposition, appreciating their youthful energy and dedication. After a fruitful discussion, the agreements were signed. Mr. Johnson's eyes crinkled with a pleased smile, signaling his satisfaction with the outcome. With a genuine smile, he leaned towards the couple and said, "You remind me of my wife and me when we were young, full of energy and hungry for success. It's refreshing to see that spirit burning bright in the next generation," he added. His wife, with a warm smile and kind eyes, agreed with him wholeheartedly. She said, "We truly believe in you both and have great hopes for your future partnership and beyond. Success is not just numbers, but building strong relationships and positive impact." News of the successful partnership spread quickly, reaching Maxwell like a thunderclap. He couldn't contain his curiosity and stormed into Rupert's office the very next morning. Rupert, no longer hiding his triumphant smile, proudly introduced Grace as his guardian angel, the key player in securing the deal. "I couldn't have done it without her, Dad. She's not just a cleaner. She's incredibly intelligent and insightful," Rupert explained. Maxwell, furious at the idea of an uneducated cleaner involved in such a high-stakes deal, erupted in a torrent of insults and accusations. However, for the first time in his life, Rupert stood his ground and said firmly, "Enough, Dad." Rupert said in a firm and confident voice, that he had long endured his mother's negativity. He admitted that he was not her biological son, but he respects her for raising him. He forgave her for the past, but would not allow disrespect towards Grace. With new confidence and clarity, Rupert took Grace's hand and continued the conversation. "She is the woman I love and am going to marry. No one, not even you, will stop me from protecting her." Rupert said, with fiery determination. Maxwell's gaze was filled with regret and shame. He saw the consequences of his harsh upbringing for the first time and held back tears, apologizing sincerely. Rupert, touched by his father's genuine remorse, hugged him and whispered, "I forgive you, Dad." Then he suggested reconciliation and acceptance of Grace. Maxwell, overwhelmed with emotion, gladly accepted Grace. Thanks to Rupert's financial support, Grace's mother received better treatment and recovered quickly. Grace's mother was able to see her daughter's happiness at the wedding. After the wedding, Grace continued her studies and excelled in economics. Rupert continued to lead the company to new heights, combining personal happiness and business success. Their journey, despite initial challenges, proved the power of love, resilience, and self-belief, silencing any remaining doubts about his abilities and determination. Even facing a father's disapproval, they believed in themselves and their unique story, looking toward the future with hope and confidence. Their unconventional beginnings became the foundation of a success story that was truly their own, shaped by courage and unwavering commitment.